Welcome to the Leadership TKO podcast, your source of strategies and insight to make you a winning leader. With no further ado, here is your host, Lakeisha
Hello,
McKnight.
everybody. Great evening. Lakeisha McKnight is indeed here. Hello to you. Depending on where you are in the world, it could be daytime, it could be nighttime. I know where I am right now. Here it is Chesapeake, Virginia, here in the United States of America or North America. And we are live. So I'm happy to be here on the platform on this lovely evening here. In the States. And so this is the Leadership TKO Night Show via podcast. Super excited to be here on this evening and be able to greet you. It's about 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time once again on this lovely Thursday, September 21st, 2017. So excited to be here on this evening. And so what I'm going to be doing first and foremost is just giving you an idea of what this podcast is truly about. And then we're going to do some inviting of people onto the platform so that they can get access to the wonderful content that's going to be shared on this evening. So just to let you know, for those of you who are new and those of you who have been connected for some time, it is the Leadership TKO Night Show via podcast. We are here on Sundays through Fridays at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what we're going to be doing, we have a specific layout that we cover every night. But the whole mission of the podcast that's connected to the company, and I'm going to share with you information about the company in a second. But the whole mission is to partner up with associations, with small businesses or entrepreneurs, with universities and faith-based groups to build winning leaders. Okay? And so if you want to learn more about what we have going on, I'm going to recommend that you visit our website, which is www.leadershiptko.com. So before I go into company background and the brand information and what we have for you tonight, I am going to share on our primary social media platform that we leverage, which is Facebook. Okay? I'm going to be sharing there right now, even as I'm chatting with you right now. So feel free to share on social media yourself. Okay, I do encourage you to be able to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in, join me now as I am live. Okay. All right, so right now, first and foremost, I am posting on my profile on Facebook. And then I'm going to post in some relevant groups, and then also on my personal fan page on Facebook. So just bear with me a little bit. I'm still here. I have not gone anywhere, but I want to make sure that people who are connected to me, who really would love access to this information, make sure they're able to join in with me. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. And again, feel free to share. On your networks as well, and letting other speaker friends that you have, let them know that we're live here on the platform, and invite them to join in. Okay, invite them to join in. So I've shared in some relevant groups. Now, right now, what I'm going to do is share on my fan page. So let's go there right now and share on the fan page. Okay, so there we have it. Okay. Awesome. All right. So I've shared on my fan page. Okay. And so I thank each and every one of you for being here. Okay. I really, truly do. Hopefully we don't have any interruptions like we had last night. Unfortunately, we had to split our live message into two. So if you wanted to catch yesterday's, there are two parts to it, a part 1 and part 2. So make sure you listen to both so that you can get the entire message. But I appreciate you all being connected once again. And we're leveraging the Spreaker platform to go live here. But understand that it is being aired on iHeartRadio. It's a part of iTunes, SoundCloud, and a whole lot of other platforms that we're airing from. And we're able to reach so many of you because of that. And so we're grateful for technology. We're grateful for the doors that God has opened up that allows these things to happen for us and allows the message to be able to get out there to reach you wherever you are right now. Because we understand that there are many of you from Croatia, from the Republic of Korea, There are many of you from Germany and from South Africa and Ghana, a few of you from India, from Turkey, from France, from Norway. Thank you so much for listening in. Many of you from, from Hungary that listens in, from the Virgin Islands, the United Kingdom, Canada, of course, throughout the United States. We just appreciate each and every one of you that tune into the podcast. Now, understand that this podcast is a part of the Leadership TKO virtual radio station, which is indeed connected to the Leadership TKO brand. This is the reason why we directed you to the website so that you can learn more about the brand. But just to give you a little bit of a heads up, or just to give you a little bit of information before you head there, TKO stands for Truths That Have Kept the Overcomer. And so we base a lot of what we do upon principles that we know is applicable across various settings, including inside of the home, in organizations, as well as within business. And so that's what we share. We share those principles across the board. And this brand is housed under a limited liability company, which is the iLead company. And iLead, of course, we had to give it an acronym because it's a long name for the company. The real name of the company is the International Leadership Education and Development Company. All right. And so, again, it's clearly in the name of the company that what we do is we provide that leadership training, helping you to develop as speakers. That's what we do. OK, that's what we do. We do this often, almost every day of the week. We have a little bit of a break, a little bit on Saturdays, right, where we don't necessarily do a podcast, but we still have some festivities that go on Saturdays, okay? And so I just wanted to let you know, again, that's leadershiptko.com. That's the website you're going to want to go to so that you can learn more about the brand and about the company itself here in the United States. Just note that we do also have a location in Nigeria, Africa, just in case you're wondering if we're just in the United States. No, the answer is no. We also have a location in Nigeria, and that's the iLead School of Empowerment location. All right, so there you have it. All right, so let's be able to move on. I want to share with you a little bit about the layout. On Thursdays, we focus in on speakers. It's what we call Pro Speaker. Okay, Pro Speaker Thursdays. And this is where we're giving you those nuggets to help you grow as a speaker. Okay, helping you grow as a speaker. And so make sure that you're tuning in, especially if you are a speaker and you really want to grow. You really want to figure out, man, how do I grow and help my brand become clearer? How do I put together a keynote message? How do I find those companies who would potentially hire me? How do I set my fees? These are some of the things that we tackle, not just here on these Thursdays, but with also the other programs that we have that people really, really look for answers for. A lot of speakers that we're connected to, they're really trying to figure out, how do they get the leads and how do they get booked? You know, how do they put themselves in a position where the meeting planners would choose them versus, of course, another speaker? And so we talk a lot about that, especially within we have a program that's called the Gig Success Program, and we talk a lot about that inside of that program. All right, so let's dive on in. As you can see, based on the episode title, we're talking about the power of the pause. That was our message for today on the blog. So if you're not connected to the blog, get connected. The links for everything we're talking about is going to be in the description area. So make sure that even after we finish live here, that you jump in, you look in the description area, and you're able to click on those links to learn more about the pause and about some of the other wonderful things we have for you to help you grow your speaking business. So what about the pause do you really need to know? I tell you this, there are so many powerful speakers out there that implements this technique. Think about it, right? People like Oprah Winfrey. If you ever notice when she's talking, and she does this very well, where she's trying to emphasize a point, and then all of a sudden you get like that pause where it's just like, what in the world? What just happened? So not in an odd way, of course, but the pause is there. The pause is there and emphasizing a point. Like, you can ask someone, have you ever went into a Krispy Kreme shop and you just get that aroma, that smell of the Krispy Kreme donut, and it's just like, good, right? It's just amazing. And it's almost as if you could like bite the air. No, but seriously, they include the pause in such a great way where it just makes a powerful impact on the message. It helps you to digest the message better. And that's exactly what the pause do. It does that for you. So here's the deal. Let me ask you this question. Are you including the pause in your messages? Some people find it awkward. I totally get it, because it's like, oh my gosh, first of all, I'm already nervous. Why do I have to stop? I just want to get through it. And that's what some speakers think, because you're nervous and you're trying to hurry up and rush through it. And you don't want to do that, because here's what happens when you rush. Number one, you have all this time available, and then the meeting planner who thought you were going to be there for like 40 minutes only gets like 25 minutes, and they feel like you didn't give them everything. So that's a big no-no. Number two, you don't want to rush through it, because then you're not giving the audience what they need. You want to avoid that. You want to over deliver. You want to stay within your allotted time. Now, don't do like a 60-minute keynote and they only gave you 45 minutes. Don't do that. So pause, learn how to pause. And the only way you're going to efficiently implement the pause well is when you are comfortable as a speaker on stage and you're not extremely nervous. That's the only way you're going to be able to do this very well. And you can begin practicing it for your next engagement that you have to give. Pause. Now, I'm not talking about that dramatic pause where you're sitting there and it's like crickets that you hear. Now, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a pause that's going to help to emphasize a point. It will help to emphasize a point. Okay? So think about that. Think about this as you're going out there and you're preparing for your next speech. What is it that you can do? Okay? What is it that you can do that's going to really get you comfortable enough to just say, you know what? I want to make an impact. I want them to digest. When I say them, I'm talking about the audience, to be able to digest what I'm sharing with them. Even if, for example, you're given a statistic, right? And it's like, do you understand that sex trafficking is the third highest crime committed in the world? Pause. There's so much work that needs to be done in this area. And so you give them the pause. Don't let it be awkward where you're kind of like nervous yourself. And it's like, oh my gosh, where do I go from here? You pause to let them feel what you are trying to get them to feel. And you have to do this, and only those who have been doing this for a while really gets it. Like Les Brown and the Jim Jollies and I know I might have just messed up his name. Okay. We have the John Maxwells that really do it very well. Okay. Very, very well. So the next time you're preparing and you're trying to figure out how you're going to deliver your message, just think about those points in your speech where you can just stop and just pause and just, let it marinate a minute. This will make a powerful impact. And you never know, it can help you and actually make the difference maybe between them coming up and saying, you know what, can I have you come back to do, to give another presentation or maybe a training or a workshop? They may want you to do that. Who knows? Just because of the one pause, right? So let's work on that pause. And I talk more about the pause in the blog message. Be sure once again that you go and you visit and you click on the link that's going to be in the description area and read today's message. All right. So there are some other powerful things going on. I know that you may have expected a TKO Global Reality Show interview. But unfortunately, when our guests sign up, we want them to be prepared. And so if we're not adequately prepared to get them ready to be on air, then we can't just rush things and then put them on air and then we're recording. We can't do that. We like to work and do things with excellence. Okay. And so hopefully we are good for next Thursday with an interview for the TKO Global Reality Show. So stay tuned. I don't want to speak too soon, but we do have someone who may be ready. Okay. So we're just giving you a heads up that TKO Global Reality Show, which is a part of the TKO, right? Leadership TKO for Women subdivision and the Born to Lead Global Women's campaign, that will commence hopefully on next Thursday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, just talking about that, since we're bringing this up, for those of you who are speakers and you're ladies, okay, you're women, and you really want to make a big impact, you want to speak, you want to share your message, you want to empower other women and help them to rise up to be the leaders that God has called them to become. This is the platform for it, the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. And we're about to position a few women after a while. Okay, we're getting them prepared, hopefully, to get in the position where they can become a bigger voice through the campaign. And this campaign is really empowering women to really promote a spirit of sisterhood so that we all can become effective leaders. And so the only way we can do this is if we unify, if we come together as one. And so that's what the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign is helping women to do. Now, this campaign launched at the end of February of this year, and not just by myself, but other women joined in with me, okay? 5 other women joined in with me. Their names are Maricela Messner, Takara Steele, Dr. Remy Douye, Cheryl Harris Sutton, and Shalia McDaniel. They all came together as entrepreneurs. They have their own businesses. They came together and partnered up with the iLead company so that we can launch this campaign. And we want to build female leaders through the campaign. And not just that, because one part is to build leaders, but the other part is to bring awareness to women's issues that are common around the world, such as sex trafficking and domestic violence and sexual harassment and so many other issues, including physical health issues that are prevalent around the world. So if you believe you want to be a voice, you want to speak and you want to be a voice for women, right, to help them to lead well, we invite you to join the campaign for free, to partner up with us and join us in this endeavor. And there's a simple way to join us, and I'm going to give you the process really quickly. But you have to make sure that you're on a desktop or a laptop computer only, because if you try to do it on a cell phone, you're going to face an error, and we don't want that to happen for you. So here are the steps for this, okay? Number 1, you want to visit the website. Now, there's 2 websites that you can visit. Now, if you're a person and you want to say, Lakeisha, I really want more information on this campaign first before joining it, I want to give you that website first. It's www.leadershiptko4women.com. And I would spell it out for you, but it's extremely long. So make sure you visit the description area and you're going to find the link there. Just click on it and it will take you to the website. But if you want to quickly dive in, here's another website. It's www.borntolead2017.com. BORNTOLEAD2017.com. Get in there, right? Complete the questionnaire that's going to show up before you on that website. Hit the submit button, and it's going to take you over to the Facebook group. Request to join the group, and at that point, you will be a member, an official member, and it's absolutely free. So not only are you going to be a voice for women and potentially speak before these women, but you're also going to get life skills mentorship. You're going to get business and leadership training. You're going to have the opportunity to share your business during Small Business Saturdays. So these are some of the perks that come along with joining the campaign. All right. So That's simple enough, right? Simple enough. You can grow personally and professionally through this campaign. And so we have our leaders in place right now, but we are prayerful because new leaders are going to be put in place starting 2018. I'm talking about January 1 is when we're going to kind of appoint them as leaders of the campaign. We're going to get them prepped up. We're going to have, voting and things like that. Who should be the leader? It's going to be good. We're going to start that process probably November-ish, right? And then we're going to go into December with it. And then we're going to announce who it's going to be. It's going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. Okay. And we're going to kind of announce it and make it big on social media. So please make sure you're connected. Please, please, please make sure you're connected. Okay. All right. So those are the things I really wanted to tackle during this episode today, since it's Pro Speaker Thursdays. Now, tomorrow, please note, tomorrow is Fitness Friday. I don't want you to disappear. I want you to stay connected. Get connected to me on Facebook, right? My link for my profile is going to be in the description area so that you'll just be able to just click on it and send the friend request and we can be connected. Hopefully that's simple enough for you. We're good? Hopefully we're good. All right. And just be mindful that when you go to the blog and you read the blog message about today's message or any other message, if you speak another language, if you look on the right side of the blog, it should say see translation or need translation. Click on your country's flag and it should translate the entire blog, excluding the images. The images can't be transcribed, okay? It can't be translated. But if you click on your flag, the words on the blog will change into your language. So it's just a little bit of a heads up. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being connected here with the Leadership TKO, the Night Show via podcast. Super excited. I'm really amped because I love building leaders. That's my passion, building winning leaders at that. Okay, winning leaders. So thank you so much. We're going to be back here tomorrow night at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until then, I encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership.
Thanks for listening to the Leadership TKO podcast. To continue the conversation of how to take your leadership from good to great, visit www.leadershiptko.com.